It's main event time here on Friday Night SmackDown this week. We've got two great rivalries, all coming to a head here just 48 hours before our Extreme Rules event. And here we are for what should be some great tag team action. Chris Jericho and Randy Orton going to get things started off. Two rivalries combined in one here. Chris Jericho will face off against Cesaro on Sunday's pay-per-view event. And Randy Orton will face off against Ryback in a couple of different matches for Extreme Rules. Rivalries that are yet to have been seen. These two guys never gone at it one-on-one, in both situations here. Randy Orton gonna take it to his rival with a big overhead slam. Randy Orton slides back into the ring. Jericho with a takedown. Big right hand from Chris Jericho. And he looks to gain control in this matchup. Oh, went up and over the top, but Orton was able to move out of the way. Orton with a shot to the back of the skull. And Jericho going to get out of the way. Trying to take down his rival and Cesaro on the outside and smashing him face first. And then, ooh, jawbreaker off the ropes. And then Orton, though, reverses it into a Fez press. Back and forth action. Jericho and Orton have a long, storied history between these two. Went for a DDT, did Orton reversed. And face first to the mat goes Randy. But he is going to go on the outside and he is going to gloat. Randy Orton always looked to get in everybody's face. Orton a fresh tag into Cesaro as Jericho tagged in Ryback. Clear as day, Orton does not want to be in the same ring as Ryback. He just chopping away at the chest of Cesaro, and Orton falls to the outside off of one of the chops, but a big boot from Cesaro. And just like that, the Swiss Superman is in control of the big guy. Went for a clothesline and a German suplex from Cesaro. Went for the kick to the back. Cesaro waiting for Ryback to get back in. Takes him up and over with a vertical suplex. Cesaro looking to go to the outside, maybe to the top rope. Jericho tries to hit him off of the top, but Cesaro was able to hit a great elbow drop and then a double foot stomp to the midsection of Ryback. Trying to weaken up that core. Ryback's got a hell of a core, to be honest with you. There's a German suplex right on the back of the neck. And Cesaro showing that he doesn't need to have the same big muscles as Ryback to be just as tough in the ring. But Ryback with a fall away slam, damaging the back of Cesaro, and Ryback now tags in Jericho. Now these two rivals will have a chance here against one another. He went for an enziguri kick, but as soon as Jericho has a chance to get his hands on Cesaro, Cesaro escapes harm's way. Jericho now waiting, knocks Orton off the apron so Cesaro cannot make a tag, and now knocking him off. And here comes Jericho looking for the lion salt and hits it. He got some distance on that lion salt. And Chris Jericho has gained control. This is why Cesaro is afraid to face him, and the code breaker, Chris Jericho, with a chance for a victory. Here's one. And just like that, Orton was going to get in the ring. Jericho, wise, doesn't get into a physical confrontation with Orton. Cesaro makes the tag into Orton. Jericho, though, drags Orton to the center. Right off that tag, and smashes him face first, right into the mat. And Randy, going to recollect, comes back into the ring. Jericho with an Irish whip into the corner. Went for the tag in by Ryback, but it was reversed by a big boot from Orton and a stiff right hand and a couple of kicks to the midsection. Now Orton with a heavy right. Another kick. And now takes him over, elbow and a Russian leg sweep. Randy Orton in control. Uh-oh, Ryback able to grab Orton. He's got him by the arms. Can Jericho take advantage of this? Takes him to the middle. And a standing vertical suplex. Held it up for a couple seconds to get some of the blood rushed to Randy's head. But uh-oh, Orton trying to make a comeback. Couple of clotheslines. Jericho went for one of his own. Reverse into a scoop slam. And Randy Orton, suddenly, just like that, has a chance here. Oh, God. We've seen this many times before. Stomping on each part of Jericho. Both legs, both arms, stomping right on the face multiple times. Uh-oh. Randy Orton looks ready to go. And went for the RKO, reversed. Beautiful reversal by Jericho. The drop toe hold. And now Jericho waiting for Orton. And a code breaker. Can Jericho recover just enough to get into the cover? He does. 1, 2, and Cesaro is able to break up the pinfall. Jericho unhappy with this one. These two guys have had a personal rivalry going on. Two great competitors. Cesaro claiming himself to be the next big superstar in WWE, saying he'll run through anybody. And Jericho saying, you got to run through the best in the world before you can try to claim that you're the next generation. Because Jericho still, after all these years, claims to be the best in the world at what he does, as Orton takes out Ryback on the outside, and the two rivalries are blowing up in front of our eyes here as Cesaro rolls Jericho back into the ring, and now Orton has a chance to control him. A couple of heavy stomps to the back, and this can weaken up each guy's opponent, so these two teams are probably very willing to work together to try to weaken up their rivals heading into the pay-per-view in just 48 hours. Jericho shot off into the corner and then a knee to the midsection. Orton just rolls him back into the middle of the ring and stomps his midsection. Orton very methodical, quick, not very quick with his pacing, but very methodical. Each move that he does matters a lot. Jericho, though, able to reverse it. Uh-oh, he's looking for the walls. Orton with one quick slip up, and all of a sudden he's in the walls of Jericho. Here comes Cesaro to break up the pin, and he does. Now Jericho with a flying forearm right in the face of Cesaro, sticking it to him, and then an enziguri kick. Jericho dominating Cesaro, and a clothesline from Orton from behind off the distraction. And Jericho got caught. Irish whipped to the ropes. And Orton stiff rights him. Just like that, Jericho gets knocked to the floor on the outside, and Cesaro is going to do some dirty work and hits a big kick on him. Now he's going to Irish whip him straight back into the ring as Orton tries to get into it with Ryback in the corner. He does. He stuns Ryback on the apron. Now Orton at the top rope, not something you see that often. And a flying crossbody onto Jericho. Very well executed maneuver from Orton. And he stiff rights Ryback. Ryback has been knocked off the apron. And Orton in complete control of Jericho. Jericho struggling to even get to his feet. This guy is just about done. RKO! And you could see it coming. Here's 1, 2, and that's it. Randy Orton and Cesaro pick up a huge victory for themselves. Orton pins Jericho, and Cesaro couldn't be any more proud of Randy. Cesaro was nodding with approval at his partner's work, but let's not forget, Cesaro is the one who's going to have to do the work in 48 hours. But Orton and Cesaro reign supreme to finish SmackDown here tonight, just 2 nights before Extreme Rules. Be sure to check it out.